Okay, so today we are going to do round glass object project. Mostly because I want us to work on drawing on something round. So what you have to do to curve your lines around. Also glass, what do we have to do to incorporate the reflection of what where a highlight might be hitting, and also a shadowy. So we're going to do a variation of this project. The first thing you're going to do is I'm going to give you a big sheet of paper, and you are going to trace 5 circles. There are all sorts of things that you can find in the room to trace. They're not overlapping, they're not touching. You just need to get 5. If you want to do more than 5, that's fine. Looks like you can get a lot to fit on a paper. You might want to do an extra just in case you mess up. Now, one thing that's great about having your iPad with you is you can kind of look at some of the ornaments, how the little hanger part works on there. What's going to happen if I'm going to draw the hanger on the side of my ornament? What's going to happen if I have the top of my ornament right here and this is where the hook is? How are you going to see your designs? So, they're not straight lines. It's a round object. So I'm going to include my designs. I've tried to draw lines that show that it is round. If I have the top of my ornament here, the curves are going to be going this way. So think about where you want to put the top of your ornament. This one's enough on top that you would see a little bit. This one's right on top. So the lines would be coming out here. A little bit of perspective. So as I would make my design, they'd come here and go out. I'm expecting pretty ornate, detailed designs. Using thick and thin Sharpies. There's a variety of size of Sharpies that you can use. So for today is going to be getting your ornaments drawn. We won't be painting today, but drawing your designs on your final.
Can I use yours too?
So I'm going to review the final part of this project. You have done a good job is if you have an ornament that looks round, which means your design has curved so we know which way the ball is rolling or tilting towards. So if your lines are straight across, do it again. Your line should be curved. So, in this example, if you can tell, they all have 2 colors in it. This has 2 different colors of yellow. If you notice on your set of paints, there are different colors you can use. This has a red and a pink. So on the side that I want darker, I've added an extra color in there. And if you look, you can see the 2 sides of oranges, the yellow and the green. So you should have a dark side and a light side, and you need to have a highlight. You have to leave a spot for that highlight when you start painting. I recommend getting a slightly smaller brush than the one that I'm going to be using, but I'm going to leave a little spot for my highlight right there. We're not going to get it wet with water first. Once I've painted that ornament, then I can come back in. Oh, look. Such a good little helper. I can come back in. I can come back in on this side where I do want it to be a little bit darker, and then the colors are going to blend together. On the top part, you can water down a little bit of black so that you get the effect of it being like a metallic, just really a lot of water. The last thing, I want to go in and I want to kind of make the shadow. And again, you want to have a lot of water because I put too much black or too much paint on there. You want to have the water Just a little bit, so you've got a highlight, or not a highlight, a shadow where your dark side is. So again, these are kind of round. Pick your colors, and even on this one, he did a good job. He painted it, but this side is a darker red. If you wanted to paint your stripes, again, I want to make sure I have that highlight there. You can use different colors, that's fine. You just have to be very careful not to blend them unless you want to. And then again, I can just come in with my second color on this side where I'm making it a little bit, where I want it to be darker.
Can I see this example?
If your colors start to blend, you want to have a Kleenex, not a paper towel, because a paper towel doesn't absorb. So you might want to make sure you know where the Kleenex are. So it's going to be darker. And that is how you are finishing your watercolors.